Hey everybody, General Motors Jeff here from Pro Chevrolet in ste.marie, Ontario, and today what I'm going to do is tell you what the difference is between the 2020 Chevrolet Equinox and the 2020 GMC Terrain, and why is it that the GMC Terrain is slightly more expensive. Let's go have a look. Okay, so you're in the market for a mid-size SUV and you end up landing on a General Motors lot like ours here at Pro Chevrolet. Now, we are fortunate enough that we carry both the Chevrolet brand and the GMC. And one of the questions I get asked most often, as I mentioned at the top of the video, is why is the GMC Terrain slightly more money than the Chevrolet Equinox? Again, when they're trimmed, starting at a base level for sure. Let me just explain some of the things. First and foremost, we can already see that the looks of the vehicle are different, right? There's different characteristics in terms of looks. However, all that being said, they're based on the same platform. For all intents and purposes, they're virtually identical in size. There's a millimeter here, a millimeter there that's slightly different, but for all intents and purposes, they are virtually the same size vehicle. In fact, there's only less than 200 pounds that separates them, with the Terrain being just slightly heavier. Not enough where it's gonna make much of a difference. Now, first place we're gonna start is underneath the hood. Well, down the middle, I guess you would say. The entry-level motor in both of these is the 1.5 liter 4-cylinder turbo. Now, there is a difference though. Same motor, different transmission. The Chevrolet Equinox carries the 6-speed transmission, whereas the GMC Terrain is going to come with the 9-speed transmission, and both of them will have the 9-speed transmission when you opt up and get the 2.2 liter turbo 4-cylinder, okay? Now, most of the other differences come from the inside of the vehicle, all right? And I'm going to show you the Equinox here first. So, of course, there's your regular console gear shifter, right? Great, that's what the Equinox has. However, that is something that is massively different. You're going to notice immediately when you get inside the GMC Terrain, right there. This has the EPS system, electronic precision shift system, so it is buttons here. Now, the reason why this is a bit more pricey of a system, of course, it's electronic, but also because what this does is it creates less cabin noise because there's less cables running through from the shifter. They're able to close off the motor more to give you a little bit quieter ride. Not to mention, they're able to reconfigure the console here as well, so you get a bit more room. So that is one major difference. Now, both these vehicles, fortunately enough, if you can see that button there, right down there, that's the all-wheel drive button. You can take the vehicle out of all-wheel drive and leave it in front-wheel drive, which is great. Even here in ste.marie in Northern Canada, we only need the all-wheel drive 25% of the time, maybe 30% of the time, okay? Now, where that's different though, the GMC Terrain, get a little shade there, right there. There's more settings in terms of you got the snow mode, the 4-wheel drive, the 2-wheel drive modes here on this one. So you have a little more mode selection in the GMC than you would in the Chevrolet Equinox. Next, heated seats. They're all going to come with heated seats for the most part, right there. So you can see that, right? You can press the button on either side, of course, passenger, driver, and it'll have your 3 heating settings. Now, on the Terrain, however, that is different again. A little bit more. See right there? There's 2 buttons for it on the one side because you can have it just on your back. So those of you with a bad back, it's kind of nice. You can leave it on the low setting and drive along and only have it on your back, or of course you can have it on your rear and back the same way that the Equinox does. Now, lastly, is something I can't even show you in the Equinox because it doesn't have it. In terms of storage, and you want to bring something along with you, something a bit longer, this is where the GMC Terrain comes into play a bit more. If you do this button right here, it's hard to do with one hand. Let's see. I can do it here with one hand. There we go. See that? Flat folding front seat. So now, when those back seats are folded, which of course they do, you can fold those down. You have storage all the way from the back all the way up to the front. That is not an option in the Equinox over there. You can't fold the front seat, passenger seat, flat. So that's a major difference there. So again, those are some of the main differences that are going to differentiate the GMC Terrain versus the Chevrolet Equinox. I hope those answered the questions for those of you who have them. And of course, if you have more, call me, message me, email me. Thanks as always for watching.